We've got portals through Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and TikTok are all the places where we're currently posting our content to try to get people into our community. Our desire is to build a community of creative writers that come together and share their talents and come together to build a community storyline, as well as share their own fiction writing. And so what we're doing with Thing is developing a communal storyline based on the Thing, which are a species of beings traveling to Earth, and they're able to be invisible. They're based on NFT characters, and you can purchase an NFT character Thing to become a member and participate in the community story writing. Or you can just purchase any amount of Thing Creator Coin and become a Thingiverse resident, where you can just watch all the great stories unfold. So today I'm going to take a minute and walk through my process for story writing. Sometimes I get a little bit of a story writer's block and I can't come up with a new fresh idea. And so one of the awesome tools that I've learned to use to generate ideas is DALL-E. Or you could really use any image generation software, AI image generation software, to spark some ideas for yourself. So I'm going to bring up my screen and share what my process was yesterday. I did write a new story yesterday, published on Thing, the tiny town of Tilegio. And this is an AI generated image that I used or edited further down to get more of what I was looking for. But the original image, the first one that I downloaded, was this. So this was what I generated off of, I think it was actually, it might have been not DALL-E that I started with, and I pulled it into DALL-E to do some editing, because they do have the ability where you can erase a section and generate new content around that. And so I played with that a little bit first in DALL-E. And then they've got the ability to open that up and build bigger images based on that. And that's kind of where this took me. I gave it a little bit more space to see what was going on. And I might use some of the other imagery later on in other parts of the story. So this is kind of where the image went, and I took it and edited a little bit further, and that's where our final thumbnail image came from. And then we've also got some additional story art that's generated throughout. So here's another image that was created from the process. What I also like about DALL-E is that it gives you 4 options based really similar to each other, based when you are expanding off of an image. And so you can get a lot of similar art that you can further edit. For example, this art was, the majority of the background here was generated by AI, but I pulled in the water and the fish myself in order to match the storyline. The idea isn't to get perfect, beautiful art for the story. It's just to get some elements to help engage the reader as they're going through, but also as starting points for you as you begin to write the story. And so as I got this initial image to look more like something that I wanted to see as a cover image for my story, ideas started to come into my head, and I was able to base a story around some thoughts that came from this. But really, the story itself unfolds through your own imagination. It's just sparked by the AI image generation. And I found it to be a really helpful way to help me to get past that writer's block and start to open up and write a story. And when I get into writing, it's more of a flow process. I try not to allow myself to stop and rethink things too much. The idea is just to get as much out at once as you can and go back and edit later. Try not to move around story elements. I try to just kind of think of how the story should unfold. But as I'm going, additional things might come up and I might go in a new direction. But the flow idea is to just let the words come out, and it gives your creative part of your brain the freedom to just go without being stuck by the details of grammar and sentence structure and all of that. And so flow writing gives you a really neat story idea that you can clean up later. I've got the Grammarly Chrome extension that comes through and gives me suggestions for updating words and stuff like that, which really helps to quickly clean up a story. So this is a story that I wrote last night while my kids were watching TV, and was able to get it out within a couple of hours. I think it's a fun, engaging story that I'm going to continue to build on and publish more content and images that I've generated through DALL-E along with the rest of the story. That that's an engaging way to get more content and creators to experiment with DSO. And yeah, so that's a little bit about my creative process. And I appreciate anyone who takes the time to listen. We're going to have weekly story jam sessions here on Vibe Hut every single week. And I hope that you can join us. All you have to do is own a NFT from Thing. So own our Creator Coin NFT, which you will get free along with any amount of Thing Creator Coin purchase. Or if you purchase a Thing character NFT and you want to participate in the larger storyline, you can do that by purchasing one of those. So I hope that you'll join us. That's going to end the end of my recording here. And thanks for watching.
I'm snapping nice, saying cheese. Shorty get inspired. How about that? How about that? This time, shorty get inspired. How about that?